Yo, what is happening? Asphalt addicts and chrome crusaders. You have tuned into the frequency of pure horsepower, and you are locked in right here with Ama Auto. Today we are not just reviewing a motorcycle. We are witnessing a resurrection that is about to shake the very foundation of the cruiser world. We are talking about a ghost that has returned from the past, completely re-engineered for the future, and it is angrier than ever. Get ready to have your minds blown, because the legend is back. And it is wearing a brand new suit of armor, ladies and gentlemen. Feast your eyes on the absolute monster that is the 2026 Yamaha Road Star 1700. This isn't just a bike. It is a rolling statement that the golden age of V-twins is not dead. It just went into hibernation to bulk up. Let's get one thing straight right off the bat. This machine is a paradox. It looks like it rolled out of a time capsule. From the glory days of the early 2000s, but underneath that classic skin lives a digital brain that rivals a supercomputer. Yamaha has pulled off what I like to call retro-futurism perfection, blending the raw mechanical soul of the past with the razor-sharp precision of 2026 tech. At the heart of this beast beats the Thunder Pump, 1700 ccv. Twin engine, a massive hunk of metal that looks like it was carved by the gods of thunder themselves. But here is the twist. Yamaha has introduced a new biopulse ignition timing system that mimics the irregular heartbeat of a living creature. It doesn't just idle, it breathes, giving you that legendary potato-potato sound, but with a cleaner, more rhythmic cadence that you can feel in your chest. We need to talk about the torque, because the numbers on this thing are absolutely ludicrous. We are looking at tarmac tearing, low-end grunt that is available almost instantly, pulling you forward with the force of a freight train. From as low as 1500 RPM, this is what we call warp speed cruising, where you don't just accelerate, you teleport from one spot to another with a simple twist of the wrist. The exhaust note on the 2026 model is something entirely new, a concept Yamaha calls the acoustic anvil. They have tuned the pipes to cancel out high-pitched, whining frequencies and amplify the deep bass heavy thuds. It sounds less like a motorcycle and more like a low-flying thunderstorm, ensuring that every car on the highway knows exactly who the Alpha Predator is. Before they even see you, now look at the silhouette of this machine. It retains that classic hardtail look with the hidden rear monoshock, but the geometry has been tweaked for what we call glider stability. The bike is long, low, and planted, creating a center of gravity so low that it feels like the tires are magnetized to the road. You could ride this thing through a hurricane and it wouldn't flinch. The paint job you're seeing is a new technology called liquid glass fusion. It is not just paint, it is multiple layers of ceramic-infused pigment that actually shifts depth depending on the angle of the sun. In the shade, it looks like a deep abyssal black, but hit it with direct sunlight, and it explodes into a galaxy of metallic flakes that look like crushed diamonds. Let's move to the handlebars, because this is where the magic happens. You are gripping onto haptic feedback bars that suddenly vibrate to let you know when to shift, or if there is a vehicle in your blind spot. It is like the bike is communicating with you through your fingertips, creating a symbiotic link between man and machine that feels almost telepathic. The instrument cluster, forget about it. It has gone well, not gone but ghosted. The speedometer and tachometer are projected onto a translucent OLED strip, integrated directly into the handlebar risers. It is invisible when the bike is off, but the moment you hit the ignition, the numbers float in midair, giving you a fighter jet cockpit vibe without ruining the classic lines of the front end. And speaking of the front end, check out that headlight nacelle. It looks like a classic halogen bucket from the 1950s. But inside lies a matrix LED array that actively tracks corners as you lean into a turn. The light beam physically bends to illuminate the darkness ahead, meaning you are never riding into a blind void. It is old school cool with new school safety. The seat on the 2026 Road Star 1700 is wrapped in a material Yamaha calls memory hide. It looks and feels like premium vintage leather, but it is actually a temperature-regulating synthetic that stays cool in the scorching summer heat and warms up during those chilly night rides. It molds to your body shape instantly, making you feel like you were sitting in the bike, not just on it. Let's talk about the transmission. It is a 6-speed silk shift gearbox that eliminates the clunky clatter of older cruisers. Engaging first gear is as smooth as slicing through butter, but it still retains that satisfying mechanical click that lets you know you are locked and loaded. The overdrive 6th gear is a dedicated interstate eater, dropping the RPM so low at highway speeds that the engine is practically napping while you are doing 80. The wheels are a work of art, machined from a single block of aero-grade aluminum. They feature a turbine spoke design that actually helps channel air toward the brake rotors to keep them cool. It is functional engineering disguised as aesthetic brilliance, proving that on this bike form follows function in a beautiful dance. Suspension-wise, we are dealing with cloud float dampening technology. The front forks look like standard telescopics, but they are internally cartridge damp, With sensors that read the road surface 500 times a second, potholes, cracks, and bumps simply disappear, transmuted into nothing more than a gentle ripple. By the time they reach the rider, braking is handled by massive dual discs up front, clamped by radial mount calipers that provide anchor drop. Stopping power, but the real news is the predictive ab system. The bike's computer analyzes your speed and grip levels and modulates brake pressure before you even realize you are losing traction. It is a safety net that is always there, but never intrusive. The fuel tank is a massive 5-gallon vessel, sculpted with knee-lock indents that allow you to grip the tank securely when you are carving canyons. The shape is iconic, flowing seamlessly into the seat, creating that coveted flyline that custom builders spend years trying to perfect. It is factory perfection right off the showroom floor. For the tech geeks watching Yamaha Auto, the 2026 Road Star comes equipped with keyless biometrics. You don't need a fob, you don't need a key, you just walk up. Place your thumb on the hidden sensor on the tank console, and the beast wakes up, it recognizes its master, adding a layer of security that makes this bike virtually unstealable. Let's discuss the drive mode selector. Hidden discreetly on the left switchgear, you have 3 modes cruiser for that lazy Sunday ride rain.